Greetings, future Ratronauts. Today on Merry Merry Meeples, we are going to be looking inside the box of First Rat from Pegasus Spiele. Game for ages 10 plus, 30 to 75 minutes, 1 to 5 players. Here's a look at the back of the box. That's one small step for a rat, one giant leap for rat kind. So there's the contents: a game board, 22 wooden rats, 22 cards, 74 wooden pieces, 255 tiles, a score pad, 5 player aids, 1 rulebook, and 1 reference sheet. So again, First Rat. Can we get this open with one hand today? We can! So inside at the top, we have the player aids in the 5 different colors. So you have blue, purple, green, yellow, orange, and then there's the backs of them with the colors. We have a rule book, not in English. We have a rule book in English. There's all the different components on the front. Here is the 2-page setup. Game overview, sequence of play, moldy cheese, bunches of examples, shortcuts, and an example, collecting resources, what the different spaces do, the final space, more examples, going shopping, which is an optional task, examples, step 4, build and donate cheese, the different score tracks, hey, guess what, examples, the end of game. This game does have a variable setup I'll get into when I show you the rest of the components. Here is the solo play, the sequence of play of solo play, finishing the solo play, and then the solo challenges. Next up is a reference sheet for the different stuff you'll get, which you'll see. You have the different backpacks, you have the energy drink, you have the bottle caps, and you have the comics and the super rats. And here it is in another language. Here is the board. You'll see there's one side. So here's the main side of the board. Those are the score tracks. These are the individual spaces you'll be going into. This little right here is a light bulb track, which will be going up when you go into the blue spaces. This is the burrow where your extra rats are housed here. Your comics are here. This is another score track. You're starting here. But if you look on the other side of the board, you'll see that majority of the score tracks aren't there and nothing is in these spaces. This is a variable setup. They have all the other spaces printed up, and you mix up all the A's, put them out randomly, the B's, C's, D's, and E's, and you even put out the score tracks randomly. I'll show you those pieces when we get into the rest of the box. So let's fold that up. So here are all the components. I'll pull all these out in one moment. Just wanted to show you all of the stuff and the score pad. Alright, so I'll be right back after I get all this kind of out and laid out so you can see it. And here we are back with all the components laid out. So here's our first player marker, little Ratronaut. We get into our cheeses. So this is moldy cheese. If you need to pay a player because you land on their spot and you can't, you have to take a moldy cheese, which gives you 3 cheese here. That's the only way you can take moldy cheese, is to pay another player. Here's your single cheeses. And then we get into the rocket part. So here's some baking soda, some vinegar, some tin cans, and a calculator for a launch pad thing. Here's some bottle caps for points. Here are the energy drinks. They'll give you ×2 of a resource when you choose to spend it. Here are the backpacks, which give you abilities. Here are the comic books, which give you other abilities to kind of change the rules. These are bonus tokens, And then you have your player colors of your purple, your blue, your orange, your yellow, and your green. And the cool thing about these figures, so there's my little green guy. Say I get this power up, I choose one of my rats. And then that fits right in the tail to signify that that person has that persona. So that's pretty cool. Over here you have that variable setup. So here are the scoring tracks. Here's your A tiles, your B tiles, your C tiles, D and E, and you can tell because they're on the back. Over here you have your solo cards. Basically what happens is your opponent starts with all 4 rats on the board, and you flip over these cards and move the rats to designated spots, and then those icons have some meaning. So here's your A's or your B's. So you can kind of choose your difficulty. So again, that is all the components in First Rat. Alright, I am now going to go scavenge for some parts. See you later.